Lots. Also for $2 at Big Lots, movie with Robert De Niro, Greg Kinnear, Godsend. I saw this when it first came out, and I kind of liked it. So, well, actually, I don't really remember. It was kind of freaky in some parts, but I don't really remember if I liked it or not. But for $2 at Big Lots, you know, that's what can be said about all of these, really. Lorenzo Lamas and Night of the Warrior. I like that cover a lot. It's just like kicking in. There's thunder. Oh yeah, Night of the Warrior. So yeah. Excuse me. Night of the Warrior. Alright, drink break. Next up is The Dead Zone for $2 as well. This is the first episode, but it was like, it's an 83-minute. When it first premiered, it was like 83 minutes, kind of like a mini movie. I think they did it to test how the show would be accepted and whatnot, and of course it went on to actually become a syndicated show. I don't know, I think it's like 4 or 5 seasons long now. I never got into it. My mom taped the first episode for me, but I never watched it. So now I have it here. And like I said, it's rated R, and it's 83 minutes. So, I don't know, at one point I might get into the show, who knows. I mean, I really did like the movie. And I like this guy, so. His name slips me. I'm so bad with names. Really? So there you go. That is Dead Zone. Next up, The Widescreen Knots, a sex comedy with a twist. It's got John Stamos in it with some 5 O'Clock Shadow. And Tara Reid. Oh no, if I knew that I would have put this back. But anyway, I read this and it seemed interesting until I found out that Tara Reid was in it. But so yeah, I picked it up for $2. It's pretty cool. They've gone down to $2 now. Well, not all of them. Only select ones that are marked $2. But there was a big selection. I'm proud of myself. I passed on a whole bunch. So slowly, you know, we're taking it in steps here, stages. So next up is Dummy. Never heard anything about this movie. Read the back. It sounded interesting. It's got Mila Jovovich. Is the only person I recognize off the cover, and Adrian Brody. So there's Mila. There's Adrian Brody. So yeah. It's about a guy who lives at home with his parents, and someone buys him a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy, and how the town really enjoys it, and everyone gets around him or something. Sounded interesting at the time. Dummy. Next up is $2, a double feature of Corey Haim movies, or Corey Feldman. I'm sorry, Corey Feldman. So for $2, it's South Beach Academy with Corey Feldman and Rock and Roll High School Forever. I had to look at the back to see how to say that because I don't know if it is. So yeah, look at that cover. Yeah, Rock and Roll High School Forever. Never heard of any of these movies. South Beach Academy is R. Oh, it came out in '95, and Rock and Roll High School is PG-13 and came out in 1990. So for $2, there you go. 2 Feldman movies. Okay, next up for $2, Alf Tales. Alf and the Beanstalk and Other Fairy Tales. It's animated Alf going through 7 different fairy tales, so that's kind of cool. I never watched the Alf cartoon series like this, but really back in the day when I was a kid, I used to love watching Alf, the actual TV series, with my dad, and I do have, my mom and dad, and I do have seasons 1, 2, and 3 of that show. I really need to pick up 4. I think it's the fourth season is the final season. Next up, to just complete the collection for $2, American Psycho 2. While not a good movie and I didn't like it too much, Mila Kunis is good on the eyes and it does complete the collection. I haven't seen it since it first came out, so I'll probably give it another watch and review it as well. So American Psycho 2 for $2. Now this one I was kind of pissed and excited to see at the same time at Big Lots because I paid $10 for this and it is now 2 WTF, but it's Prom Night 3 and Prom Night 4. I paid $10 for this. Rip off! And that was a couple months back. Unfortunately, or fortunately, should I say, I have not opened it, and where I bought it, I'm pretty sure you don't need a receipt to return it because they have their own UPCs. So I'm going to just try to return it and get to my $10 back because I got it for 2 right here. And if that won't work out, I could just keep it as a double, whatever. But that's Prom Night 3 and 4, and I've never seen either of these. I've seen Prom Night 1 and 2, but it's been a long time since I've seen Prom Night 2. And I really did like Prom Night 1 with Jamie Lee Curtis. I have that as well, but it's the full screen version. I think there's a widescreen version DVD out there of Prom Night, the original. And I haven't seen the remake. I really don't care to, personally. But maybe if it comes to Redbox or something, I'll rent it. Next up is the widescreen edition of Employee of the Month. Yeah, the one before Dane Cook. Once again, what do we got? Who we have here? The bearded Steve Zahn. Gotta love that guy. It also has excuse me, Christina Applegate and Matt Dillon in it. And this seems like a funny movie. Congratulations, you're fired. If you guys have seen this, let me know if it's any good. So let me read you this one though. When David Walsh wakes up, his life is the picture of perfection. A beautiful fiancée, Christina Applegate, and a dream job as a manager of a bank. Even when his best friend, Jack, an incompetent con artist, even he can't bring him down. That is, until his entire life dissolves into chaos. Nothing can prepare him for the twists and turns his day takes when a bank robbery and millions of dollars become part of a day from hell. So that sounded interesting. Plus, like I said, it has a cool cover with some people I know in it. So, let's put that over there. This next one was awesome for $2. Babar The Movie. Now, I bought a Babar DVD over there. It's in a snapper case at like Walmart, which I thought was this, which was Babar The Movie. But it wasn't. It was called Babar King of Elephants, and that's not what I was looking for. But this is what I was looking for because I used to watch this all the time as a kid. And Babar is cool, and I will definitely watch this. No special features, but that's cool too. I used to always like play around, and I don't know if you can see it, but up there's like a huge rhino army, and I used to always pretend like I was the leader of the rhino army. It's kind of cool. But that's Babar The Movie. It was actually a good movie. It's probably, it's going to bring back some memories when I watch it, but it's probably not that good, at this age, but who cares? So, yeah. Here we go. Another, so back a while back, I got an Anthony Michael Hall movie with a young Anthony Michael Hall in it and a young Robert Downey Jr. and that was called, holy shit, what was that called? Oh man, I hate putting myself on the spot like that. But anyway, I liked it, especially the young Robert Downey Jr. because he's just like so much different now. But here's another one. It's called Hail Caesar, and it's got Anthony Michael Hall and Robert Downey Jr. as well as Samuel Jackson. So there's Sam Jackson, Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Michael Hall. It says, it's hard to rock and roll when you're knee-deep in rubber erasers. Robert Downey Jr. When this come out? It's not giving me a year. But Julius Caesar McGruder, played by Anthony Michael Hall, the outrageous lead singer of a Hail Caesar, a rock and roll band, wants it all. Fame, fortune, beauty, girls, and recording contracts from Easy Street Records, which is Robert Downey Jr. One problem. He is late for his job at the eraser factory. So yeah. Good on that. $2, Hail Caesar. Next. I wonder how long this is already. Let's keep going with this. Alright, for $3. Now I think there's going to be some more $2 ones in here, but it's just a mix and mash. Shaft's big score. I got a Shaft movie last time, you just got to get Shaft. So, Shaft's big score. Old school snapper case. Good stuff. I'll probably watch these Shaft movies together. Never seen a Shaft movie except the remake with Samuel L. Jackson. Next up is a movie called Singles with Matt Dillon, Campbell Scott, Kyra Sedgwick, and Bridget Fonda. I really like Bridget Fonda. She's hot. So yeah, I don't feel like reading what this is about. But I mean, you can pretty much guess from the. It says love is a game, easy to start, hard to finish. You can pretty much tell from the title what it's about. It's about singles. It says featuring music from the multi-selling Epic Soundtracks album. So yeah, don't know who those Soundtracks is with an X, but